Good morning. Cheers. Toast. It is officially summer in my life, so I hope you're enjoying the top of the season as well. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If it is your first time checking out the Healthy Habits Huddle, this is just something I offer every weekend, every Sunday at the same time. It's 10 a.m. here on the Pacific Standard Time. I was going to say here in LA, here on the West Coast in PST, Pacific Standard Time. So that's 1 p.m. if you're on the East Coast in US. I know we have sometimes people who come in from all over the world. So I don't know, whatever 10 a.m. on Sunday is for you, whatever 10 a.m. on Sunday in Los Angeles is for you. That is where, that's when you're gonna find us here every week. And we get together just to reconnect with health, well-being. I give tips and encouragement and different things like that. And it's just an opportunity, and I always invite y'all after. First of all, congratulations and thank you for caring about yourself enough to be here. Thank you for the hearts. What is up? I got Shelly Alexander in the house. I got Healthy Habits Huddle in the Healthy Habits. I got Healthy Hair Riddles, Healthy Habits Huddle, and Healthy Hair Riddles, babe. That is peanut butter and jelly. Welcome, welcome in, my loves. She says, sign me up. You signed up, baby. Okay, so I was just saying that this is just something that we do every weekend, just to reconnect with health, just to have a place to sort of like a tent pole or like a lightning rod for your health, to reconnect every week and say, what do I care about? What am I doing right? What do I want to improve upon? Getting some inspiration, just being in a group with like-minded people who also care about this. So thank you for being here. And speaking of being here, hey, how to like. So babe, I don't know, there's must be something, because I see some hearts coming up. So if you double tap, I think there's a way to make different emojis and stuff come up. Play around with your phone, because I have an iPhone and I'm on a different side of it. So somebody's figured out how to press those hearts. So if you guys know, let my love Shelly know. Okay, so speaking of people joining and being here, I have not for the last 2 weeks posted any shorts. Usually that's how new people find us. Is because I chop up these live streams and then I post shorts throughout the week, and then people say, oh, this is cool, I want to come be a part of a Healthy Habits Club and join everybody on Sunday. So usually that's what I do, y'all. For the last 2 weeks, life has been so intense, I have not posted a single short, and yet we still got, this week we got 15. Thank you for being here. 15 new subscribers. So I love that. I appreciate that. I see those hearts. Yes. Oh my gosh. Lindell is in the house. Mwah, mwah, mwah. So we have a full house. Shelly says, I want to like the video. I just don't know how. Babe, I don't know how either. But your presence here is adding a lot of vibes. So if you play around with your phone a little bit, I bet you will find it. But thank you for showing up for you. So I always say at the end of, when I'm not going to talk for long today, but I have some really crucial stuff that's going to make your summer so much better, your life so much better, your trajectory so much better, and make you feel so much hotter. There is a clue. But as soon as I'm done talking, and I'm not going to talk for long today, but as soon as I'm done talking, I really encourage you to set a little alarm, whether it's 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever, and really just settle in with your health. Settle in with, what are my priorities? What are my goals? What do I want to thank myself for doing? What do I want to congratulate myself for doing? What do I want to increase, change, And if you do that every week, if you can come every week, I would love that. But always for yourself, show up and reconnect with your health. Reconnect with your health. Health is wealth. Health is the foundation of everything. You can have loving people in your life. You can have an amazing career. You can have an adventurous life. You can have a ton of money. But if you don't have your health, babe, it's really hard to interact with life in a way that feels amazing. So that's why we're here. So fist bump to y'all for being here. Hey, baby. We have, who is that? Is that Napoleon Dynamite? Hey, baby. No, that was Beavis and Butthead. So welcome, Cruisin'. Nice to see you, baby. Hello, Gutam. So nice to see you, too. Healthy Hair says, hey, Shelly, click Healthy Habits Huddle. That's our thing here at the top. It will open. There will be an option to like the video. Thank you, Healthy Hair. Wow, we have my tech babes in the house. Happy Melanie! Oh, my gosh, it makes me so happy. Okay, the full love crew is in the house. All right, let's get started. I know my people are here now. Thank you, Gautam. It's nice to see you. How are you? How are you? How are you? Wherever you are in the world, welcome. Let's talk about your health. Okay, so I'm going to give you an overview, and then I'm gonna give you some real specifics. So you're gonna be ready to screenshot, because I'm gonna give you some very specific things that I want you guys to really consider for your health and well-being. So we talk about health here. We not only talk about physical health, we talk about emotional, spiritual health. We talk about healthy leveling up or glowing up if that's something that you're into. We talk about having a healthy relationship with your space. We talk about having healthy interpersonal relationships, healthy stress management, healthy, day-to-day life, all that kind of stuff. So we want to really look at this from a full, well-rounded point of view. And what I want to talk to you about today is so important. Okay, we're going to talk about you getting in the mirror, you taking time out of your life to groom, taking time out of your life to pull yourself together, taking time out of your life to make sure you are clean, to make sure you are lotioned, to make sure you are, combed and brushed, and really that you know how important it is to your health, to your well-being, to your success in your life, whatever that means for you, to take time out to really groom yourself, really get ready every single day. And that doesn't mean like, you got the hair and the makeup and it can mean that, but at the very least, this is a really, really important thing. So it will increase if you take time every day. And I know some people aren't even brushing their teeth every day or every night before they go to sleep. Certain things like that, you got to put in some foundations. You got to set a timer. You got to do whatever you got to do. But we're going to get in deeper to that because I'm going to need y'all to smell good this summer. I'm just going to put it out there. I'm going to need y'all to smell good this summer. I'm gonna need y'all to not be out here stinking up the gym, and I'm gonna tell you how. Okay, so regular grooming, just so you know, science has shown regular grooming will increase your self-image. It will increase your self-confidence. It will increase your dignity and your sense of emotional well-being. In wellness framework, taking time, people who take time to groom themselves have higher wellness numbers and factors and stuff like that. They're doing better than people who don't. Especially this is true for seniors. It can decrease stress, increase mindfulness, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you're a person who ruminates, you get negative thinking, you get kind of on these negative spirals, stopping to groom, to give yourself a little manicure, put on some lotion, take a shower, massage your scalp, do little, all those little things, that is going to help. But I don't want you to think this is just about like how you look to other people or relationships or something like that. This is about you caring for yourself. This is about self-love. This is about stopping and saying, people always want to talk about main character energy. It's not just in your attitude and your willingness to take up space. It's in your kindness. It is in your willingness to say, I am so important right now. I'm so important to me that I'm going to stop whatever else is demanding my time and attention. And I'm going to say, hey, how are you doing? You look beautiful. Let me polish you. Let me clean you. Let me, groom you. Let me take care of you. It is an act of self-care, which in a world that can be very aggressive and very draining and very negative is actually an act of rebellion as well. So if you want to stay strong, if you want to, fight the power and all that kind of stuff, grooming can actually be a really low-key but very powerful way to do that. Now, hello to everybody who's saying hello. Gina Lauren says, yes! Hi, baby, good to see you. Talk about powerful people in the house. We got them now. Happy. Wee Wee says, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, sweetie, I only speak English, so I'm not sure what that means. Let's see here. Goru says, speak very slow. You talk too much. RG, you haven't even seen me start to talk too much. I used to sell shoes live on TikTok, and I would talk about 1,000 miles an hour for 3 or 4 hours in a row. So you ain't seen nothing yet. Melanie says, looking good makes you feel good. Absolutely, Melanie. I know some of the most stressful times in my life, and I still do it if I get, really intense at work. I'm taking a break, I'm stopping, taking a breath, and curling my hair, doing something, because it really does dignify, it grounds, it brings everything together. Healthy Hair says it's an act of self-care, yes, which equals self-love. Amen to that. It's important to love yourself daily. Absolutely. Hi, Teresa. How are you? I'm sorry, I'm missing some of the comments, but I appreciate all y'all saying what's up. You're talking speed so fast. I'm sorry, especially if English isn't your first language. It's probably hard to follow, but I'm happy you're here, baby. We're talking about loving on yourself. So just know that. Just know that. Okay, so let's get into it. So that's the basic umbrella. Grooming, self-care, all of that is a way to send a message to yourself of self-love. And also, we've talked in the past about how important it is to communicate to your actual brain, your central nervous system, that you are safe, that all is well. And grooming can do that. It can be a ritual. And I meant to mention, for all of you who can get on a negative spiral, you can start ruminating and stuff like that. If I didn't say it earlier, I want to make sure and say it. Stopping to do self-care, stopping to be kind to yourself, talking to do some positive self-talk, or just to focus on, oh, let me, push my cuticles back on my nails. Let me do this, let me do that. Let me brush my teeth. Let me floss. Let me do all those things. that can actually interrupt those negative thinking patterns and help you and help your brain feel safe, all that kind of stuff. Okay, so I told y'all I was gonna give you some specifics. I told you I do not want you out here in the United States. I'm in Los Angeles, California. In the United States, it is summer now, which means it's getting warmer and warmer. And I know it's not even nearly as warm here as it is in places like Phoenix. I know in the South where it gets humid, it can be, really, really intense. So when we get warmer, sometimes we smell worse. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for me. I don't want that for any of us. So I'm going to talk to you about some really, really important, really important things that you can do on different levels to keep yourself smelling fresh and lovely all summer long. So this is for guys, this is for girls, this is for, non-binaries, every person on the planet. If you can if you have the resources to help yourself smell good, baby, please do it for yourself. You want to talk about dignity, you want to talk about feeling confident and comfortable in your own skin, and then also when you get around people, you got to smell good. You got to smell good. So let's see here. I love you too. Melody says, yes, keep the people smelling right. Okay. So I'm going to talk about it from the most superficial level down to the deeper levels. And we're going to start here. I want y'all brushing your teeth. I'm gonna need y'all to use some kind of little floss picks, get in between your teeth if you can, and then I'm gonna need you to brush. And I want you to use a tongue scraper. I suggest using a toothpaste. This just happens to be one. If you want to screenshot it, you can. This just happens to be one that does not have fluoride in it. I've told you in past lives why I like the ones without the fluoride, because the fluoride can mess up and can kill your microbiome in your mouth, which can cause systemic problems. It can lower your nitric oxide production. And so for you guys, it's important for everybody, but one of the side effects of low nitric oxide production in men is that instead of standing at attention, you're more like, I don't know, like a melted egg on the sidewalk or something like that, if you know what I mean. So tongue scraper, also really, really good. You just get you one of these. They're very inexpensive. And when you brush your teeth, you just scrape the back of your tongue. That helps to kind of like turn over the soil of your oral microbiome, which will help your breath smell good. Okay, I need your breath smelling fresh out here in these streets. I am sweet. Danielle, what's up, baby? Hi, sweetie. Danielle says, and she is a medical professional. She is an alchemist. She is a very knowledgeable lady. Danielle says fluoride, unless that is Mr. Danielle. Okay, she says fluoride also calcifies the pineal gland, and we need our pineal glands loosey and goosey. Amen to that. That is very, very, very important. So the non-fluoride toothpaste, I don't want you to use an antiseptic mouthwash that kills not just the naughty bacteria in your mouth, but it also kills the good bacteria, which is the same problem that we have with the fluoride toothpaste without the pineal gland issue. But if you're using those mouthwashes that are antiseptic, they're messing up your oral microbiome. It has been shown in studies that nitric oxide production, which you need for your mind, your body, everything, nitric oxide production really, really drops off when you kill the good germs in your mouth. So you want the good bacteria thriving, you want the naughty bacteria going away. Well, how do you do that without using an antiseptic? You do it by bringing up the good guys and bringing down the bad guys, because the good guys will just push them out of the neighborhood. It's kind of like that. Thanks, Fax. I don't even want any makeup. Are you selling makeup? Hi, thank you. Okay, so that is the first level. Is I'm gonna need your mouth to be clean, and those are my tips on that. Another superficial level, but so important, babe. Deodorant. I don't want you in any aluminum deodorant. I don't want you in any deodorant that's going to cause irritation. I know there are a lot of different natural brands out, and I think they can be really worth trying. You have to find one that works for you. This is one that I love. I'd like to do the Zane says, are you a doctor? Never, darling, never. Balia, hello to Russia. How are you? This is one I like. It's unscented, which I prefer, but this is a brand, and it's not the only one, but this is a brand of deodorant that works on making it deals with the naughty bacteria in the underarm, which is really what causes the odor. It's not really that your body is detoxing as much as it is what happens when your body puts out the trash. All the bugs come and go, this is good, and then it's their lifestyle that causes the underarm scents and stuff like that. So using a good deodorant that doesn't poison your body, that doesn't clog your underarms and all that kind of thing. Healthy says, I love Lumi. Yes, I use toasted coconut. Ooh, that sounds really, really good. Facts for you says, you know what? I have more subscribers than you. Well, I have more fun than you. So Who's really winning? Okay, another way to keep your, so we're going deeper. We started with the teeth, we started with the underarms, we're going deeper into the body. You want to smell amazing this summer? Baby, get you some chlorophyll. This is the only brand that I really know and like, but there may be others that are fantastic, not sponsored. This is World, W-O-R-L-D, like the world is mine. This is World Liquid Chlorophyll, babe. Like a tablespoon of this, half a tablespoon of this a day, you won't smell. You won't, there's not an aroma available to you. You're just always gonna know that you're on point. On point! You're gonna be out here smelling like ham sandwiches. I don't like that. I don't want that for you. We don't need that in our life. Facts, let's see here. All right, I heard you, baby. Okay, all right, now we're gonna go even deeper. So why are we, so the body has different detox systems, right? We go number one, we go number two, we have our underarms, we have our skin, we have our different ways that we get rid of the products from metabolism, from just living life, right? So part of the reason why, like, some people have like really bad like breath, for instance, can be that their body is just trying to get rid of toxins because they can't get rid of them going number one. Number two, it's not coming out, enough of it isn't coming out these other ways. So it's just coming out in the pores, it's coming out in the underarms, it's coming out in the breath or whatever. That can be one thing. It's not always going to be that. But what are you talking? Facts is being crazy. I want to ask, what was the last date when you had shaved your beard? What? Oh, so scrolling to find live streams is something that people do when they've microdosed a little too large for what they were ready for. I got it, baby. You're safe here. You're fine. Okay, so this is a book. Now I'm telling you about this book, Super Gut, William Davis. So I read this book. You see, I've got notes. I've got all this kind of stuff. Basically, he talks about different bacteria, and I know Melanie Clark knows about this. Different bacteria that the body really needs that are really kind of missing in a lot of us because of modern life and stuff like that, like cornerstone bacteria in the gut, that if you have enough of them, you can really have your health levels can just really just jump up, right? So he talks about it. He talks about making, not just taking probiotics, which I can talk to you about, but he talks about making yogurt from the probiotics. I know this sounds crazy, but I told you I was going to go deep and I was going to give you specifics. This is an amazing way to smell great. An amazing way to smell great. Now, it's going to take time. You got to do it consistently over time. But this is a way to smell great because you're getting your gut healthy, you're getting your bacteria healthy, you're getting your digestion healthy. So much more of what you need to get out of your system can come out. Thank you for the hearts. So much more of what you need to get out of your system can come out through your colon, through your digestive system, through going number two, that it doesn't have to be just sitting in your body, overburdening you, and then coming out your pores and stuff like that. So the number one, I mean, he talks about a lot of different ones. I picked three of his main ones that he talks about that a lot of us are missing. The main one, L-reuteri, and that's L dot, and L is short for lactobacillus. Reuteri, R-E-U-T-E-R-I, L-reuteri. This is the brand that I get. I found this one a little bit difficult to get, to be honest, but I was able to get it. And I make yogurt out of this. I know that sounds crazy. It sounds like, oh my God, that'd be so complicated and weird, da, 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 da. But I'll tell you what, it is, if you ferment your yogurt long enough, the potency is way more than you can get out of a pill. Also, if you just do the pills, you're gonna have to order these every month, and that can just get pricey when you can have yogurt, which is delicious and more potent, and you don't have to keep doing it. And guess what? The yogurt is 3 ingredients. It's the half, I use half and half. You can use whatever you want. It's the half and half or whatever kind of thing that you use. It's the probiotic and then a little bit of inulin is what I use. It's just your sugar, something you can put in there. It gets digested, so you're not actually eating sugar, but it gets digested by the bacteria. But it's like just a few ingredients. You mix them together. I can tell you the recipe if you want. But you make yogurt and you eat that and you smell amazing. So that's L-reuteri. Here's another one that the Super Gut book suggests. Another one that it suggests that is really important, Lactobacillus gasseri. This one was shown to help people's waistline come in. Hello, somebody. We don't hate that. Can I speak Hindi? Unfortunately, no, baby. Melanie says gut health is everything. Absolutely, baby. You know that. Let's see here. Healthy Hair says, can you highlight some of the benefits of chlorophyll? Yes, Melanie. Yes, I will, baby. Melanie says, I make yogurt every week. It is so easy. So easy. I was floored. Now, I tried to do the yogurt with we're gonna get to the chlorophyll next. I tried to do the yogurt with coconut instead of dairy because I was trying to keep my dairy low. I could not figure it out for the life of me, but if you are able and willing to use dairy, then it is so easy. And I recommend getting a yogurt maker. I spent like $79, I think. Well, I didn't spend it actually. I got it as a Christmas gift, but even better. So if you got a birthday or a holiday coming up where you can ask for gifts, maybe you get one for a gift. But I got the yogurt maker because you can control the temperature on it, which is really important to keep the little bacteria alive. And here's the book again, if I didn't hold it up long enough for y'all before. This is the book. It goes into all the detail. You can get it on audio, or you can just read the actual book. It tells you what temperature, it tells you the proportions, et cetera, et cetera. And this is the third one. And this is that the front of it or is that the back of it? Here's the front of it. And this one is B coagulans. And I think that's Bacillus coagulans. So this is the brand I use for that. Those are the three that I have in my rotation, my yogurt rotation. It's amazing. I love it. And quite honestly, I typically smell pretty amazing. Also, it'll increase your mood. I mean, if you read the book or even just Google like what are the basic takeaways from what he talks about that you can get from these probiotics, and especially when you ferment them for 36 hours into yogurt, it's just unbelievable. Like it helps your hormones, your mood, your just everything. All right, so I make the same recipe. Yes, Danielle says the Instapot has a setting to make yogurt. It's so easy too. So yes, so if you have an Instapot, the right kind. So some Instapots have temperature control, some of them don't. It's a custom setting, I believe, something like that. And I think it's on ultra mode. If you have an Instapot, yes, you can do that. Sorry, it's so easy to make with it. Yes, exactly. Oh wait, Melanie has a hookup. She says a yogurt maker on Wayfair for $35. I know that's right. Okay, that is worth checking out. Absolutely worth checking out. Okay, Healthy Hair wanted to hear some more of the benefits of chlorophyll. I understand chlorophyll to be like a blood, what do they call it? A blood, kind of a blood cleanser, or a blood like not a filter really, but it is a blood cleanser, a kidney cleanser type of a thing. I don't know what the medical like or scientific relationship is there, but I do know that chlorophyll is they say it cleanses the blood, whatever that means. But I will tell you this, chlorophyll, the chlorophyll molecule is the most identical to human blood or hemoglobin or something like that. Basically, our human, some part of our human blood has the same elements, but our blood has iron in the middle, and this one has, help me out, it's not iron, is it carbon? I don't know what it is. This one has one little atom that's different from our blood. So chlorophyll is like the blood of the plant, but so it cleanses the blood. I think if you have kidney, you want to help keep your kidneys healthy, I think this is really helpful for that as well. But I don't know why this is a key to smell good. If you are going on vacation, you're going to want to be around some people, you're dating someone, or you're going to be working out more, or you have to go, a short time from when you work out to when you have to be back at work or something, you don't want to start smelling. If you have this in your system, I just don't know how you can smell. I can tell I've forgotten to take it sometimes. That kind of thing. So, okay, that's the Healthy Habits Huddle for today. Please take care of yourself. Please take a moment to groom. If you don't have a habit, I'll leave you with one personal story. If you don't have a habit of every day just stopping to say, I love being in this body and I'm going to show that love. Think about how we take care of those that we love. If we have a baby or a child or a plant or a car or something that we really, really love and we really cherish, we show it through maintenance. We show it through positive words and really positive treatment. So that's what I want to encourage you to today, and just set 5 minutes and just start and do it every single day. The every single dayness of it is really, I feel, life changing. I started really focusing. So I've been always like into like, oh, I want to get dressed up, I want to do this and that, but it wasn't always consistent, especially when I was like raising children and stuff like that. Your life can just start to be so demanding and overwhelming. And there's just certain elements to like being at home, for instance. And I know a lot of people during lockdown were, just really struggling. And that is actually when I started saying every single day, I'm going to get ready. It was actually an act of like mental and emotional self-care for me. It was like, okay, the world is falling apart, but I'm going to hold it together. I know I think it's Viktor Frankl who talked about going through the horrors of Auschwitz, I think it was, but going through the horrors of all of that and saying that, basically coming away saying that the grooming was an act of dignity. It was an act of affirming his life and saying, I'm still here, I'm a survivor, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it can go very, very deep, and it's very, very important. So when I started during lockdown, just showing up at my mirror every day, I had to learn. So sometimes you have to learn, how do you do your brows? How do you do your lashes? How do you do this? How do you do that? That's on the makeup side of things. But whatever it is for you, maybe it's steaming your clothes before you put them on, or putting them on, or ironing them, or making sure that you're wearing a scent. I'm telling you how to keep your body from smelling bad, but maybe you have a scent that you put on that you really love. Now, here's just a little personal note. If you're one of those people who likes to wear those really fragrant oils, I think that's fantastic for you. I'm sure you get a lot of compliments, especially if they have a lot of projection, a lot of stillage, and people can smell you before you walk into the room. I think it's great, and I love that you're doing something that's natural. However, y'all also tend to be the huggy people. And I'm a huggy person, but I don't want to smell like your oil for the rest of the week. So I got to tell you, if you are a perfume wearer, if you're an oil wearer, I love that you have a scent that you love. I love that you're surrounded in an atmosphere of it. Sometimes I love smelling it. Doesn't mean everybody else wants to smell like it. So don't hug people too much if you wear a lot of scent. I'm just going to leave you with that. Melanie says you smell divine. Mwah, so do you, actually. Shelly says, thank you for everything you do for us. I appreciate you and your time. Thank you, love. Danielle says it's similar to the hemoglobin. Okay, I knew I should have asked Danielle. I should have thought of asking Danielle. She said it's similar to the hemoglobin structure. Okay, healthy hair. Danielle is a medical expert, and she is telling us about the chlorophyll. She says it is similar to hemoglobin. Thank you, babe. Thank you for saving me. Melanie says, thanks, love. You said what you said, and lots of people need to hear it. Smell good, people. Groom. Yes, you're welcome, my love. One of the most well-groomed people on the planet right there, Melanie. Yana, thank you for being here, baby. Mwah, big kisses. I'm going to see y'all next week. Have a good night. Have a good day. Take time for your health like you already did. Congratulations. You are one of all of y'all who are in here. You know you're elite, right? You know you're elite. Every Sunday morning, stopping to say that you care about your health and checking in on that. I love it, and I thank you, and I thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Mwah. Thank you for letting me share with you.